Hello everybody, my name is Katie, I'm the Introverted Reader, and today is a review on this book right here, As Old as Time by Liz Braswell. Now, as you can tell from the title, it is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and it's basically it says on the cover there, a twisted tale. So it's basically the story of Beauty and the Beast sort of flipped over, and it says on the bottom, what if Belle's mother cursed the Beast? So Liz Braswell is doing like this whole series where she takes original Disney, well, fairy tales I should say, because not all of them are originally Disney, stories, and twisting them around and making them a bit more darker, a bit more twisted, if you get my meaning. So yeah, this one is Beauty and the Beast, and I recently just read it, and this video is gonna be like a review slash discussion because I have things within here that I want to discuss. So first and foremost, it's the book starts off obviously the conventional story of Beauty and the Beast, Belle and her father, in their little tiny village, and Belle walking around every day and people whispering about her thinking she's weird or eccentric because she reads a lot, because she's smart. And then there's like another side to the story. It's like two perspectives. So the first perspective is Belle, and the other one is sort of like a background on what happened sort of before Belle was born. So her parents first meeting each other, and then there's like this whole backstory there. Like Maurice is a young man growing up in this big city, and then he meets Belle's mother, who it's not a spoiler, okay? She's the enchantress. It's right there on the hardcover. She's the one that curses the Beast. So yeah, it's all about them just meeting, and there's a lot of themes within this book that deal with like prejudice and racism and treating people who are that bit different from you, people that are that bit different from you in a negative sort of way because they're different, they're weird, they are not like you and me, and there's all those sort of things like prejudice and like racism and stuff, because it's not just Belle's mother who is a magic user, it's like this whole like race of people, like other fairies, fauns, dwarves and trolls and everything, and all these magical creatures that used to live side by side with the humans. And then like these whole things come out, all these prejudices and these magical creatures getting killed, their properties being burned down, them getting dragged out of their homes and disappearing, and like it's a whole thing. And that part really, really got to me. And then obviously Belle's conventional part of, her father going away and then him not coming back and then her going to find him. And I got something on my face, but what else is new? And all that stuff. And then like meeting the Beast and everything. And so yeah, all in all, I think I give this 3 stars. I think I give it 3 stars on Goodreads. I did enjoy it, but I did have some issues, which is what I look like on teeth. What else is new? I did have some issues with just like the story in general. So I'm gonna end the non-spoiler section here. I don't normally do this in my reviews, but if you don't want to be spoiled for this book, if this book sounds like something you would be interested in, then please, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. But I have some things I need to get off my chest. Are you gone? Are you good? Okay. Right. One thing that I had an issue with when it came to this book was the fact that Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts were pretty much literal, like they are meant to be side characters within the original story anyway, but they were just pushed to the back burner in this one, and I have an issue with that, because particularly Lumiere, because if you watch the original source material that we have would be well, for me personally, is obviously the original animated movie put out by Disney, and the live action movie that we got last year. Was it last year, year before? I can't remember. It has Emma Watson in it. It's great. It's wonderful. But in both of them, it's Lumiere that is the instigator for the romance. You know, he's the one that's pushing them together. He's the one that gathers everyone together and says, points at Belle and says, she's the one. She's the one that's gonna break this curse. She is the one that he is gonna fall in love with, and we need to get them together, like, right now. Like, he was the ringleader throughout the whole thing. And in this one, we did not get that. All Lumiere was there for was to be caught behind curtains, making out with feather dusters, and then making a suggestive comment and then leaving. Like, I had an issue with that. Like, he flirted with Belle a little bit, and he kind of does that in the movies anyway, but he's French, you know, that's what they do. But, like, throughout the whole story, like, he was supposed to be the one, the instigator. He was supposed to be the one that pushed them together. Like, Cogsworth was just like, no, she's not the one in that. But, like, and, like, Cogsworth and Mrs. Potts as well. Like, I really felt like the three of them were completely pushed to the back burner, and I have an issue with like, I think that's meant to be him right there. Lumiere, you were pushed to the background, like, you were the instigator. And another issue that I had was the relationship overall between Belle and the Beast. And throughout this book, they had little cute moments together, like they made dinner together, and there's a really cute scene where she reads him her favourite book. You know, they go to the library and she's all excited. We had that scene in the library, which is really, really awesome, because that's my favourite scene in the movies, you know, where he gives her the library and she's just so happy. And right, so anyway, they're in the library and, you know, and she reads him and a bunch of the little cups. All the cups are like all the little kids, and they all gather around her and she reads them, Jack and the Beanstalk, and that was really cute. But I didn't believe there was any romance between them. Like, I felt the connection between them, sure. Like, but I didn't get, oh, they're in love. I got, oh, they're good friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of felt they had built a relationship that was more platonic rather than romantic. And platonic relationships are completely valid. Like, I'm not disowning that, and if that's what Liz Braswell's intention was, then you definitely got it. That's great. But the main thing of the story was that they were meant to, like, fall in love. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like the whole point of the story was for them to fall in love and for her, you know, to break the spell and for everything to be good again. But I mean, the way it ended, like, with him still being a beast, and, like, I thought it was really sweet that he, like, gave up sort of the, like, at the end, you know, they got everybody to the, like, everybody was, like, Rosalind being trapped in the mad hospital was scary. Like, the mad hospital stuff was, like, straight out of American Horror Story, honey. Like, that was, like, Asylum all over again. It was insane. But, like, they break everybody out, and she says, I could maybe use a little bit of the magic I have left to turn you into a prince again. But then we find that Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts, our legendary pushed to the back burner side characters, were just plain old objects. And the Beast makes a decision to not transform himself, but to have the three of them, and all his servants and everybody be human again, because in his mind, you know, obviously everything was his fault and he wanted to rectify that. And I think that's really, really admirable of him. I thought that was really, really admirable of him, but I don't know. I just had some issues. I mean, that I didn't have an issue with. That I thought was very, very admirable, but very admirable, but I cannot speak. But, like, still, I just didn't believe that him and Belle were supposed to be in love. Like, I didn't get that at all. I don't know. I mean, if Liz Braswell's intention was to just have them be good friends, then that's fine. If she was going to put a twist on it and just have them be, oh, we're just, you know, we're good friends, you know, he's my friend, you know, and the love I feel for him is, you know, friendship type. That's great. I definitely got that. I'm not belittling that, but, you know, and we didn't get the ballroom scene. Oh my goodness. I was just thinking about that there. We didn't. Oh, I keep getting lipstick on my teeth. Like, anyway, what else is new? We didn't get the ballroom scene, like the iconic ballroom scene where they dress up and have the romantic moment and then she goes back to get her dad, and it's just, We didn't get that scene. And like, I feel my main issues are Lumiere being pushed into the back and the fact we didn't get the iconic ballroom scene and just the relationship between the two of them overall. But I did still enjoy myself. I love a good Beauty and the Beast retelling as much as anyone, but there were just some issues that I had. And I did really enjoy the fact that they highlighted a lot of the themes about prejudice and racism, and the fact that just because someone is different doesn't mean you should shut them down. You should always help someone when they're down, no matter who they are or where they come from. I really felt that. So I think I either gave it 3 or 4 stars on Goodreads. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know if you've read this. I will definitely be reading more of the series because I literally have these entire series on my bookshelf. So I will definitely be reading more of these, and I'll let you know what I think of the other ones. So anyway, that is the first of 2 videos I hope to film today. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read As Old as Time or any of Liz Braswell's other books, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.